Hello my lovely YouTube friends. I'm going to do a quick vid today. Actually, I want to tell you two things. The Kent video, that's going to happen on the 28th and the 29th of this month. We're going to camp overnight in Folkestone, the same place we did before. I'll show you a full rundown of my tent, how it is all set up with all the gear inside. And then from there we're going to carry on and do the second half, so it's going to be over 2 days. I mean, the video is probably going to be 20-30 minutes long, so I might have to do it in 2 bits, but filming on the 20th and 29th, and I'm going to edit it and upload it on the 30th, which is the weekend. So that's that. But also, secondly, I've got a Twitter account for this channel, so if you go to Twitter, if you're on Twitter, go on there, look for Billy Four-Rocks, same spelling as it is for the YouTube channel, and you'll see me on there. The reason I've got a Twitter account for this channel is because I can't tell you guys what I'm going to do on here all the time in little videos. So what I do is I go onto Twitter and I tell everyone that's subscribed to me the videos that are coming up, photographs of the bike, stuff that you won't see on here, you'll be able to see on the Twitter account. So I'll put the address up here, so you can log on if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I mean, it's just purely bike stuff. There's no fucking pictures of cats or my dinner or any crap like that. All pure biker related. That's all I want to show you guys. Okay, all this gear you see here in front of me, it's from my bag which I carry on my bike, my little Maxhibition bag. Now the reason I'm showing you this is because there's a website called Everyday Carry, and I only come across this kind of by accident. And what it is people who carry kit around with them for either their jobs or their hobbies or their pastimes or whatever. I uploaded a image, I'll put the link up here now, have a look at that. This is a rundown of all my kit that I keep on the bike all the time under the seat, as well as the toolkit obviously. So I'm going to run down each item. I'm going to show you that, what it does, why I have it, and then if you're interested in, you know, if you see some of this stuff and you think, oh that's handy, I might get that myself, if you go to Everyday Carry, they have a link of each item that I've put onto their website, which I'm going to show you now anyway. You can get it all in the UK, you can get it in the US, you can get it in Australia. It's there's nothing super unique or special here, but it's stuff that I like to have with me, just in case. You know, 90% of the stuff I probably won't never use, but if I've got the space to carry it, I'm going to carry it. Okay, first things first, the bag. This is by a company called Maxpedition, and it's the 4x2 bag, and these guys make bags, I think they make them for the military out in America, possibly over here, and they're really strong. It's really tough nylon, designed in America, and they have these straps along the back here for, I put my paracord bracelet through there, big chunky zips, another little hook on the end there for whatever you want to do, and a separate little bag just in the front. Now this fits under my pillion seat with the toolkit next to it, so, and I've still got room to spare, so that's what it all goes in. This is what I put in it. First of all, everybody has one of these, a multi-tool knife. Now most people have the Leatherman or a version of it. This is made by Heckler and Koch. It's the same people that make the German company that make firearms. So it's just a multi-tool. It's got a pair of pliers in there as well. That's handy for doing stuff on the bike. But it's got the usual stuff: scissors, nail file. It's got a blade in there, a couple of blades, bottle and opener, and some other hook thing, and a file as well. So that's just your standard sort of knife, but it's compact, nice, looks good. But the good thing about this, which I didn't spot with the more expensive Leatherman ones, is it comes with its own little toolkit headset. So you've got a little socket there at the end, you've got Allen keys, you've got flatheads, 3 different sizes of flatheads, and 3 different sizes of Phillips heads at the end there. So that's really handy. So that will cover most ground on a bike, just for basic, you know, maintenance and DIY repairs. So that's the knife. Let's stick that back in, move that to one side. This is my Powerlet 12 volt USB charger. Now all electrical items, phones, iPads, laptops, all of them run or powered via USB. Now what this does is this plugs into my 12 volt socket on my bike, but this comes out and it can also use it for the the cigarette lighters, which some gadgets use. So you're covered there. So you've got that size socket, so that plugs into the bike, and then you've got this one, which is the USB. So you can plug your phone into there, leave your phone in your tank bag, and just ride off, and in a couple of hours you're fully charged up. So that's that. And whilst we're on the subject of power, I came across this little thing. This is a Bear Grylls solar wrap. Now let me show you what this does. Obviously it's a solar powered thing, but you take the ends off. One side, again, you've got a USB, and the other side you have a small input socket. So you unwrap it, and it's a solar powered USB charger. I've used this a couple of times. What you can do is you can either stick this in the clear part of your tank bag and plug your phone into it, or your iPad or whatever, or your camera, as long as that's facing the sun. This holds the charge as well, so you can leave it out, it will capture the charge from the solar bit, but it will hold the charge in here, so you can charge your things up overnight with whatever power you've soaked up during the day. So I usually, what you can do is you can just drape this on top of your tent and just leave it out and plug whatever you want in there. So that's really handy, and it's also really small. It's one of the smallest ones that I came across as well. If you're inquiring about price, all the links are on the EDC page, the Everyday Carry page. That will tell you everything you need to know. None of this stuff is particularly expensive, to be honest. So that goes on there. So that's that. It's a couple of inches tall, a few inches in, you know, like an inch in diameter, but it's tiny, and it does a good job as well. That's all you want, really. So that's that. Okay, shown you this before. A magnesium fire starter. You scrape off the magnesium and you light it with the sparker. Job done. You know what that's for. Just in case that doesn't work, or just as a backup, I've got one of these turbo lighters. Can't really see the flame there, but it's got like a double flame on it, so that burns super hot. So that's that one. A torch. You can never go wrong with a torch. Same people that this actually came with the as a package with the multi-tool, so that was about 60 quid all in total, which is pretty cheap considering it's good, it's bright, it's all you need. So that's that. This is a survival blanket. Now I'll probably never use it, but if I'm out on the bike and the bike breaks down and it's cold and I haven't got a tent with me, and I mean seriously cold, this can save your life. Just wrap it around you and you should be done until the emergency services come along and sort you out. But considering how thin it is, you know, and the fact it could save your life, you should take that with you. Okay, this is a tin opener. It's the US military issue tin opener. It's got a little blade on the top there. Standard thing, you know, does the job, and it's small, super light, super thin, does the job. These are called Uncle Bill's tweezers. I have no idea what Uncle Bill is, but these are his tweezers, and these are USA made as well. I don't know if you can see that. Made in the USA. These pop out, super fine point at the end. You've got any splinters or whatever, handy to have. Again, all this stuff is super thin, super light, so it all fits into that bag. Now, this is a paracord bracelet. Paracord has 1,000,001 different uses. I won't tell you what they are, just basically Google it. Just Google in paracord uses. You'll be amazed what this stuff does. It's basically parachute string which has been tightly wound, so you can unravel that and do what you need to do with it. So that's handy to have. This is the Joby Gorilla tripod. Super small, very light again, can bend onto all different shapes, and you can stick it on a branch if you're doing a bit of filming. This is what I'm going to use mostly for my filming trip for the Kent video, either on the bike or nearby, like riding by shots. So this is going to be used the most. But also this comes with, if you do your filming on a smartphone, comes with a smartphone adapter. So what you can do is you can just tie that on the end, and your smartphone fits in there. It's a little spring-loaded thing like that. See? And that holds it down super secure. And then you can just put it anywhere you want, wrap it around things, whatever. So that's that. Last but not least, this was a bit there's a website over here called Henny Haynes, and they do all sort of camping gear and sort of knives and sleeping bags, tents, all that sort of stuff. I came across this because, again, I don't really need it, but I like the look of it, and I'm a sucker for a gadget, you know that. So it's made by a company called ESEE. They actually make knives, but they also do like this survival gear stuff. Now, around the edge, it's got all these instructions like ground to air signals, signals where you need medical supplies, signals where you're unable to proceed. It's all written down along the edge. I don't know if you can see that too well. A bit closer towards the light there. So, and then on one end it's got a compass, and then the other end it's got a reflective strip, so when you shine light on it, it's like a little signalling thing. Now inside, what I've done, it's completely hollow, but I've just filled it up with tinder. So you remember that Swedish fire steel stick? Well, I shaved a load off there with the magnesium, and I filled this up, and so that goes on there. If there's nothing nearby you can use, that's a little backup. And on the other end is another little striker in that end there. So that's that. And all of that, like I said, fits into here, which fits under the bike. So there you go. Just a short vid today, guys. So yeah, like I said, the Kent video is coming up 28th and 29th. That's going to be filmed then, uploaded on the 30th or possibly the 31st. Have a look on my Twitter page for more updates. There's going to be more vids coming up in the future. Take care, take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Adios. Right, let's put this gear away.